Hello, it's Matt at Auto Fault Finder. I just thought I'd do a video showing the difference, how to spot a Chinese copy pump from a proper BorgWarner genuine pump. It's quite easy. First off, a Chinese pump has no sticker on it and has these lines where where there's like a little bar inside that holds the magnet in place. It comes with one of these Chinese grade joke gauzes, which the plastic that they're made from actually dissolves in Haldex oil, which is pretty funny. They have got Phillips head screws, which when we compare it to a proper one, they come with a torque screw instead. So these are just easy ways to identify them. The cables aren't the original colour. So this one has got a pink and a white cable, but BorgWarner ones always are black and red, yellow and red, yellow and black even. They're always the same colour. Now, these pumps are very cheap. You can literally buy them direct from China for about £60–70. If you go on AliExpress, you'll find them. But they're just not really fit for purpose. So when you take one apart, we find that people who fit these, they do work, but then by the time they run a few times in the weather, they end up with another pump fault all over again. And we think mostly it's just down to the sealing of the motor. But we'll just open one up so you can see one. Now, just things like the way that this rubber seal sits in here and how the cap compresses on is all pretty poor show. And this one's actually got the O-rings, the little spring clips not sitting in the right place. But they've literally bonded the magnets in with stylastic inside. So an original one isn't like that at all. Now, when I actually try and turn this by hand, it's really stiff and graty. Like, it doesn't want to spin on its own. It takes quite a lot of force. And even this brush mount isn't really fitted into the case properly. So they're just a really poor show. Now, and the brushes are too small for the plastic housing here, so they don't even push down properly. They are really joke quality. Now, these are really cheap, and we could put these in a kit and offer a pump kit for like half the price and still be making double the profit margin on one of these kits, but they're just absolute joke grade. They tend to come in these little boxes. You get a lock nut, which is very soft, and it doesn't actually have any of the like the Loctite that comes on the original ones, because they're used once because of the Loctite. Well, they call them used once. You can reuse them if you put Loctite on, but these don't even come with the Loctite on them. And the screws that they come with are very giveaway that they're the copy pumps, because there's no knurling on the screw heads that the original ones have. So, but we'll compare them to an original one. An original one comes packaged in a BorgWarner box. They always come oiled because it's like a storage oil. So people sometimes go, oh, this pump's been used, but it's actually how BorgWarner send them out. They have oil on them and it stops them from rusting in the box. Now, the lock nut and fixing, as you can see, the lock nut actually has like a true lock on it. So that's like an anti-vibration, like a Loctite basically. And the screws, if we look, I've got this like knurling on the head, and they're like a proper 8.8 rated screw from memory. Is it going to focus? Yeah. So they're like a good quality screw. Everybody likes a good quality screw. So there's just night and day difference in the manufacturing standards of all these bits. And if we like compare a proper screw to a copy one, so that's the copy one. Oh, my dirty hands. Yeah, compared to a proper one. So they always come bagged. I'm not going to unbag this one because, well, someone will buy that. But I've got this used one that I used as a test pump ages ago. Now, as I said, they've got torque screws, so my fillet screwdriver won't fit. So it's a very easy way to tell if you've taken your car to a garage and they might have billed you for proper stuff, but you've actually got copy stuff. And it might not be their doing, it might be the motor factory who sold them stuff. This one's got oil dripping out of it. So, now inside the motor housing, we can see there's no adhesive. Yeah. And there's the HA1 sticker that all genuine ones have. So they've got like manufacturing traceability, because they actually QA them, unlike the Chinese who won't be doing any quality assurance whatsoever. And this actually all seals up properly, and there's no like crush marks where the seal has been overly crushing this flange. And we can notice that this rubber part actually overhangs by a reasonable amount, where in the Chinese ones it doesn't. Now, I've seen some of these Chinese ones that have been fitted for 3 months and stopped working, and they're just green and rotten inside. Now, a real one, when you spin it, it's nice. You know, it feels like a proper item that's been engineered. And the brushes actually fit the brush houses properly. So they slide and work. They have a proper gauze on them, and that's a used one that's been on a car. So it all sits nicely. So how to tell the difference? It's pretty obvious, really. So just beware what you buy. And the same goes for the filters. I'm not going to touch the new ones because they're all clean, but the copy ones don't have any markings on them anywhere. They're all just completely plain. Where, yeah, go on then. Where the original ones have got markings on them, and they also say what sort of plastic that they're made out of for recycling purposes. So just the copy stuff is heavily plaguing the market nowadays because it's a lot cheaper, but the quality it's night and day. If it was functional, even if it was functional for a couple of years, it'd be a saleable product, but it's just not fit for purpose. So just be careful what you buy, and anyway, enjoy. Bye.